dirty rumor going around here that I'm going to get to drive that thing for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet. You'll be spoiled for anything else.
Yeah, I know. Honda and Mazda of Escondido, by the way, are responsible for a bit we have coming up in just a few minutes called Jokes Gone Wild. Honda and Mazda of Escondido are like our freaky new girlfriend. We're doing everything with them right now.
That's cool.
You noticed?
I know. Just like can't get enough right now.
Our other sponsors are kind of like, we never get together anymore. Since you met Honda and Mazda of Escondido, who, by the way, is fat.
Those aren't real.
We do everything with Honda and Mazda of Escondido. We go everywhere together. We can't be separated. It's the hot part of our new relationship. So they're doing the Jokes Gone Wild this morning. These are jokes that the FCC has told us, don't you ever play those again. And we said, oh, is that so? Is that so? We'll just see about that. All right?
Cool.
That's coming up before we finish up this morning here on KGB. Again, Monday, details on how you can get your shot at the brand new Mazda CX-7 on the Tanks for Listening game here on the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show.
Sweet.
Where it is now time for Shelley Dunn's Half-Baked Crackpot News. Good morning.
Thank you, David. Well, former President Jimmy Carter says, remember that 1994 peace effort regarding North Korea? He says that's now in the wastebasket because of actions by the Bush administration. Former President Carter is speaking at a news conference. This is tape from yesterday.
All they had asked for was direct bilateral talks and an assurance from the United States that we have no intention of attacking North Korea.
He's boringer than he was back in the 70s.
Absolutely. That's why we led with it.
What's he even got his nose in this thing for?
I think because in 94 he had a hand in trying to get peaceful relationships going.
Well, you blew it then.
Well, he actually, I think, did okay because he got him to agree to something, but then they reneged on it. So here's Condoleezza Rice trying to stop the fallout from North Korea's nuclear test. She's making the rounds. She's over in Asia now. Fox News Radio's Rich Johnson now with that story.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Go, take it away, Rich.
Hey!
Dick!
Why didn't they just call him Wiener Unit Man?
Because his name is Rich Johnson.
The big part of this trip is maintaining the alliance, assuring Japan that it remains under U.S. protection.
Our alliance is one of the most important pillars of peace and stability in this region.
That's Rice in Tokyo saying the U.S. is ready to defend Japan, but it would rather see the tension de-escalate. Now, two other developments in the past couple of hours. Japan's new prime minister says Japan will not build its own nuclear weapon. There had been some call for debate on that question. Now, China appears to have sent 2 diplomats to North Korea. This happening as North Korea may be preparing another nuclear test.
Well, here's Condoleezza Rice, because we like to hear her talk. She says she has told Japanese leaders that our country remains committed to their security.
I reaffirm the President's statement of October 9th that the United States has the will and the capability to meet the full range, and I underscore full range, of its deterrent and security commitments to Japan.
I got an underscore.
I understand scientists now say that the bomb that North Korea tested was either really puny or quite the mostly dud.
Right.
It went off with about 1/15 of the
what
force.
The radiation is what they were measuring, right?
It went off with about 1/15 of the force of the bombs we dropped on Japan in the 40s. And by today's explosive standards, that's a punk or it was a dud.
Could it reach Japan, though? Did you hear anything about that? Because isn't that our main concern, that one of our biggest allies is going to get hurt?
The biggest concern is not so much the development of a nuclear bomb. Anybody can get a nuclear bomb. Anybody can get one. I mean, Osama bin Laden and his boys either have one or will have one soon. That's going to happen. Okay, it's not a matter of
North Korea. That's what we're worried about.
It's
right?
It's not a matter of if, it's when.
Right.
The bad guys are going to get a nuclear bomb. The trick is getting it to fly on a rocket and land on a pinpoint location.
Where you want it
That's
to.
always been the hardest part of this.
Right.
So,
can we do that? I wonder?
Oh, can we do that?
That's what I want to know.
Only hundreds and hundreds and. Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
Nuclear missiles?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You're kidding.
Then why are people not more afraid of us? I don't understand why he is just crazy then. Because isn't he just waving a big red flag in front of the bull?
You didn't know that we have thousands of missiles throughout our country and on our ships that are all over the world that are
Nuclear warheads?
Nuclear-tipped missiles and rockets that will fly from one continent to another?
Sure, I just didn't know how accurate they were.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Uh-huh. What do you think? We just light them and go, God, I hope it doesn't come straight down on our head.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, that's definitely in place, yeah.
Well, isn't the reason that we're really concerned about the first one being a dud is that now we're concerned that they might try to do a second one to prove that they do have one that isn't a dud.
We just don't want them playing. We don't want them sticking their finger in the light socket over there. They're crazy and nuts. That's why.
I agree. Well, moving on to Iraq, a sharp increase in casualties in the war there, the result of stepped-up military presence in Baghdad with some 15,000 American troops involved in security operations in that city. ABC's Terry McCarthy reports from Baghdad.
The U.S. has seen a steep increase in fatalities in Iraq over the past 3 months. 43 in July, 65 in August, and 71 in September. And now 70 in the first 17 days of this month. This is happening as extra American soldiers have been brought into Baghdad to patrol some of the most violent neighborhoods.
And there's a new survey reported by AP correspondent Shirley Smith. The survey finds Americans are very anxious and frustrated over the state of U.S. foreign relations.
This poll included an anxiety indicator. It calculates the level of angst in the country based on answers to some general survey questions. The indicator registered 130 on a scale of 0 to 200, 0 being the most secure and 200 being the most anxious.
It's what? What is she talking about?
Just anxiety over our foreign relations.
Oh,
policies.
People, quit worrying about that. You know what you sound like? You sound like...
I'd like them to know that I'm a really good person.
We want everyone to like us. No one likes the champion. The champion is always despised because everyone wants to be the champion. So quit crying about it.
Well, they keep surveying them. So that's the problem.
Surveying people who don't know what they're talking about.
Meanwhile, President Bush travels to North Carolina, where he'll give a series of speeches, and ABC's Ann Compton now reports.
Who are
running as Republican
What? What?
Nothing.
What?
Go ahead.
Running as Republican underdogs, President Bush is trying to turn voters' attention to domestic issues. His education agenda at a Greensboro school. He stops by a NASCAR-sponsored camp for sick kids. There is an aggressive new push here to do one-on-one media interviews, and the White House is reaching out to conservative talk radio, bringing national and local hosts to the White House. Ann Compton, ABC News, the White House.
Oh, the old working with sick kids trick. Makes it difficult to be in the opposition to that.
Yes, it does.
Well, we here at the DSC are against sick children.
Yeah. Speaking of children,
we're against children getting sick.
That's right.
That's what it is.
And who's going to stand up and say you're not?
That's right.
First, he resigned after it was discovered he was sending those, sexually explicit messages to teenage male congressional pages. And then Mark Foley checked himself into rehab because he's an alcoholic and admitted that he was gay. The latest bombshell was the admission that Foley was molested by a clergyman as a teenager, and now Foley has to give the name of his abuser. His attorney, Gerald Richmond, says the Catholic Church in Miami wants information about Foley's accusations.
Imagine that.
The Archdiocese has sent a letter through its attorney requesting the name. And so we've been reviewing that letter to determine how best to do it. And after carefully looking at the legal issues, we've decided that this is the appropriate way to handle it.
We need to know who that is so we can get busy ignoring him.
Right.
I bet he picked some dead guy.
Of course. And he can't be charged anyway because of the statute of limitations. That expired a long time ago.
You know what? What Ruth just said is going to be so true. He's going to choose a dead guy.
Right. You'll never find it out.
No one can prove it. Yep.
And this will be just the boilerplate letter that everyone who's accused of anything now is going to use. I'm an alcoholic. I'm gay. Well, they may not say they're gay, but they'll be alcoholic and abused in earlier. And that will be the excuse.
Well, who abused you? Oh, some priest who's dead now.
Right.
Well, why don't you follow his example? And then it'll be much happier around here. Okay?
Well, Mary Ross Augusta says they still want the name for a very good reason.
And our concern, of course, is if there are other children out there or teenagers out there, if this person is still in active ministry, are we putting them in jeopardy?
No, don't worry. He's a dead guy.
Just want to make sure that we're still the leader in putting children in danger.
And that he's still dead.
We just want to make sure we're ahead of the curve. Break and coming back with round 2. Chainsaw Sports, Jokes Gone Wild. It's all coming up for you this morning here on KGB and Q103.
It's here. at Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealerships. The Right Now factory authorized service event with special offers on tires, brakes, batteries, and more. Buy 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires and get the Works Fuel Saver package on us. That's a Motorcraft synthetic blend oil change, tire rotation, and more. Genuine parts and service at Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealerships. Hurry, it all ends soon. Call 1-877-310-3673 or see participating dealer for details through 11/30/06.
KGB and Q103. Chris Boyer, do we have a spicy selection for this morning's edition of Jokes Gone Wild?
It's deliciously rich and textured.
I'm understanding you just previewed it.
Yes, I did, sir.
And were you disturbed and
Yeah, it's pretty...
injured by what you heard?
It's pretty rough.
All right. Excellent.
It's not flag football. You know what I'm saying?
It's the real thing. It's real tackle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's coming up before we finish up today here. Jokes Gone Wild on the KGB. Right now, we're in the middle of the news with Shelley Dunn.
Thank you, David. Well, with the recent increase in shootings in schools we've all heard about, students in Burleson, Texas are learning a new lesson, how to fight back. A team of Texas security experts is training all 8,500 students in that county how to respond if a shooter threatens their lives. They've got training videos to show students how to swarm a gunman in their classroom in an attempt to throw off an attack. Robin Brown, an instructor with Response Options, says students and teachers cannot afford to wait for the police once a gunman enters a school.
What am I playing here?
Number 9.
The gunman walks in and basically he is met with a barrage of books, book bags, anything and everything that the teacher and the students can find to throw at him.
That sounds like it'll work. America's retirees will see about $33 a month more on average in Social Security checks next year, pumping the monthly average to $1,044. Nearly a week after a record-setting snowstorm, an 85-year-old Western New Yorker says she's fed up. Officials have raised the death toll in the wake of the October surprise storm to 12, including 2 who died shoveling snow and 3 killed by carbon monoxide. Schools still closed, more than 100,000 without power, and many are stuck in shelters. And standing water is giving some people in Southeast Texas headaches after days of severe storms. David Thompson has lived in Pearland for 3 decades. He says the flooding in his home is the city's fault.
They keep adding on to areas that have nothing that has been done as far as drainage.
Yeah, he says new developments without the good drainage systems are the ones causing the problems.
It was 30 years before this home ever had water in it.
He says every time it rains 2 inches plus now, houses in his subdivision flood. Here we have a red flag warning. That means a heightened risk of wildfire in force this morning in the mountains, valleys, and forests of Southern California. National Weather Service says because of strong Santa Ana winds combined with low humidity, be careful of fire. And by the way, the annual test of the Community Alert Siren System operated by San Onofre Nuclear Generating Station is going to be conducted this morning between 10 and noon. 51 Community Alert sirens located within the 10-mile emergency planning zone will be sounded several times for about 3 minutes at a time.
That's out of San Onofre?
Mm-hmm,
I'll tell you what, that siren sounds like this, just so you know, so you aren't disturbed by it. We're all going to die!
Just in a 3-minute loop. That's cool.
Be expecting to hear that later today.
We talked about this earlier in the show. Wesley Snipes is in trouble, nearly $12 million worth of it. Federal prosecutors in Tampa, Florida, indicted Snipes Tuesday on 8 counts of tax fraud because he didn't pay taxes.
You know he hasn't got that money.
No.
He didn't have $12 million
He's been
to his
blowing
name.
it on hookers and fire trucks.
Oh,
you know it. And plus, he didn't file those pesky tax returns for 6 years. ABC's Donna Rapato reports from Miami.
Why can't you just be nice?
Because the world isn't nice.
Blake. That's acting.
That's action, Snipes.
Why can't you just be nice?
Because the world isn't nice.
Blade Trilogy movie star Wesley Snipes might agree with his character. The feds say Snipes fraudulently claimed tax refunds in 1996 and 97 on taxes already paid, and then he didn't file returns between 99 and 2004.
Whoops.
The IRS says authorities have not arrested the 44-year-old actor because they don't know where he is.
Whoops.
If convicted, Snipes could face up to 40 years behind bars.
Ole, oxen free, Wesley.
And it looks like dying was really the best answer for Kenny Boyle, the founder of Enron and one of the men who cost thousands of people their jobs and savings. Back in May, he was convicted of 10 counts of fraud and conspiracy. And in July, he died of heart disease.
He's dead.
Come on. Much to Ruthie's delight. Well, yesterday, U.S. District Judge Sim Lake in Houston vacated the conviction. And what that means is officially Ken Lay is no longer guilty of anything. And the reason is he was smart enough to die before he could use all his appeals. So legally, you're off the hook.
Nice.
This is really bad news for Jeffrey Skilling, though, the former CEO of Enron, who is still alive. And unless he dies, he now gets the entire brunt of the Enron scandal. He's scheduled to be sentenced for his fraud and conspiracy convictions next Monday.
Chainsaw, will you do me a big favor? And I will explain later. I need your best old school, hardcore, college try, oh my. Are you ready?
Okay.
You ready to roll that for me?
Yes. Oh, my.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Just needed to capture that for a bit that Tony Mason and I are working on.
You got it.
Meanwhile, Madonna is defending herself amid the criticism over her plans to adopt a boy from a small country in Africa. AP music correspondent Margie Zaletta has more.
Madonna says in a statement she has acted according to the law in her quest to adopt a 1-year-old Malawi boy named David Banda. Some critics have raised concerns that Madonna bent the rules because she's given a lot of money to Malawi causes.
Who cares?
Madonna says she and her husband, Guy Ritchie, had begun the adoption process months before they visited Malawi, but kept quiet about it because it was a private matter. The boy is currently at Madonna's mansion in London. She says she hopes to make the adoption permanent after an 18-month evaluation period required by Malawi law. I'm Margie Zarletta.
Thank you, Margie.
God, who cares? Yeah. Give me one example how the kid could possibly not be better off in Madonna's care.
You're eating dirt clods on one side and, living in a mansion in England on the other side. Even if she makes him shovel out the stables,
even if she
doing
did
better.
Even if she did have the kid FedExed in from Africa and didn't actually go herself, it's still having a better life.
Even if he walks into the house and she's up there on the damn cross, it's a better life than he had in the orphanage.
So damn your damn rules.
Protocol, David.
David.
Last Friday night, there was this group that paid tribute to George Clooney.
Who? Where was he at the Congress?
They had a roast, and all the celebrities were on hand to poke some fun at George Clooney. Ellen Barkin was one of them. She co-stars in next year's Ocean's 11. In case you didn't know, there have been rumors lately that 45-year-old George Clooney has been slicing himself a piece of Miss Naughty Barkin, who's 52 years old and a mature minx, and who divorced her billionaire husband, Ron Perlman, earlier this year. So we don't know if Ellen was joking when she got up to speak, but here's what she said, quote, "I'm probably the only one of many actresses to stand up here and admit, yes, I effed George Clooney." I'm very proud of it, actually. If you don't have chemistry with George Clooney, you need to check your pulse. For the record, Ellen's people say she was just goofing around. It was a roast, and she was being funny. And when you have to point out that you're being funny, I don't think you are.
Something didn't work.
That's right. Now, I don't know who Alison Lohman is. Is she Lindsay's sister?
No,
I don't know. She's in a new movie called Flicka.
Yeah.
And here she is being annoying and saying the idea of riding a horse in the movie about horses, Flicka, seemed like a good idea at the time.
What's that, Ruth?
It's My Friend Flicka was the TV show as when I was a little girl.
They're remaking this.
I wanted that horse so bad.
And Tim McGraw plays the dad in this movie.
Oh, really?
The dad who just doesn't understand his daughter.
There's something freeing and aesthetically beautiful about
a horse.
On a horse.
A horse.
It looks very graceful.
How old is that kid?
Teenager.
Just quit saying aesthetically.
Yeah.
Just say cool and
Allison
awesome.
says it wasn't until she got close to a horse that she realized that not having ridden a horse before was going to be some sort of a problem.
Only Bindi Irwin is allowed to say aesthetically.
I actually got up to a horse and freaked out and called the director and said, I can't do this because this movie, there's too much riding, not enough acting.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Shut up!
Shut up and get on the horse and
Not
take your
enough
million.
acting.
Well, don't worry. Now, don't worry. Hey, calm down. She kept practicing until she got the hang of riding a horse.
I wanted to do the most amazing job, but I just thought, okay, this might be the one movie that, I might have to fudge through it somehow. By the end of the movie, I finally was riding bareback.
God, I hate that kid.
Me too. Allison says she actually didn't get along with one of the 6 horses playing the part of Flicka.
He's the one that threw me off in the beginning.
Good horse.
I know he didn't like me, and that's
Get him
why
a
he
bale
threw
of hay.
me off, because I didn't know how to ride horses, and he knew that. He was good, and he had always experienced riders on, and he was wild.
We should put you on Christopher Reeve's horse.
God, what an annoying kid.
Totally.
There wasn't enough acting. I didn't think I was going to like it.
Ugh. Well, here are some court documents filed by Heather Mills. She claims that estranged husband Paul McCartney was physically violent toward her, took drugs, and stopped her from nursing their baby during their marriage. Here are the details. She says while in Los Angeles in November of 2002, he grabbed her by the neck and pushed her over a coffee table. Hey, maybe he was just trying to show her something.
Huh?
In May of 2003, she claims he shoved her into the bath. In August of 2005, he allegedly choked her after she accused him of smoking marijuana, because a lot of people hopped up on marijuana are very violent. And in April of 2006, documents state he tipped red wine over her and then broke the wine glass and lunged at her with the sharp stem of the wine glass, which cut her arm. These all published by London's Evening Standard. Annette Bening says she was prepared to play a mentally ill woman in the movie. The comedy is called Running with Scissors, which opens Friday. The story now from AP correspondent Rosalie Fox.
Rosalie Fox, Los Angeles.
It's touching to Annette Bening that the character she plays in Running with Scissors wants a meaningful life.
I failed as a wife and a mother.
Yes, you have.
Annette Bening came into Running with Scissors already steeped in research about her character's mental illness, because she tried years earlier to get a different film made about the subject. Things kept getting in the way, like she couldn't find the right writer.
Then I would have a baby. I keep having children.
They found a cure for that.
In those years. So it was something that I had studied in detail, completely unrelated to this film.
Rosalie Fox, Los Angeles.
Thank you. And as Dave told us earlier today, Pablo Picasso's famed dream painting turned into a nightmare for Las Vegas casino owner Steve Wynn when he accidentally damaged the multi-million-dollar piece.
He just blasted a hole through it.
Here's ABC's Al Mancini with details.
According to screenwriter Nora Ephron, Steve Wynn reacted with a 4-letter word after putting his elbow through the canvas of the Picasso painting Le Rêve.
Crud.
Ephron was among several guests admiring the painting in Wynn's office when the accident occurred. Shortly after, the casino mogul had arranged to sell the masterpiece for a record $139 million. Wynn is now expected to keep the painting and restore it. Al Mancini, ABC News, Las Vegas.
Who wants a Picasso with a big hole in it? $140 million, please.
That should go like a hot
Nobody?
Well, you would think that CBS would have the wisdom to avoid Justin Timberlake after he ripped off Janet Jackson's bustier at the Super Bowl and got the network in a bunch of trouble. But instead, they've invited him to romp around with lingerie models. He will headline the Victoria's Secret fashion show December 5th on CBS, performing songs from his new album, Future Sex Love Sounds. Meanwhile, he has announced that his tour is going to start January 8th right here in San Diego, and Pink will be the opening act.
All that and bringing sexy back. He is a busy boy.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Whitney Houston has been busy filing for divorce from Bobby Brown, but isn't that old news? Oh no, as AP correspondent Oscar Wells Gabriel reports, not really.
I'm Oscar Wells, Pillow by Tall, reporting from the East Coast and the Hamptons.
When it came out that Whitney Houston a month or so ago was about to file for divorce, it actually went into the books as a legal separation. At the time, Houston's spokeswoman said the intention was to get a divorce, not to just separate from Bobby Brown. Houston has now moved papers to make that divorce final, just as she planned in the first place. So while it may seem like a case of legal deja vu, it's actually more of a formality to end the marriage that began in 1992.
What the hell?
I'm Oscar Wells
We all
Gabriel.
really needed to know that.
What was that all about?
I don't know.
How's the rehab going? Is what I want to know.
What else?
Country star Sarah Evans spoke out about her divorce on last night's Dancing with the Stars.
Finally.
I missed it.
Is she a big deal?
I don't know.
Hey, Emily, is Sarah Evans a big deal?
She's one of the more popular female singers.
All right.
Yeah.
Because if they don't use her on the, hey, quit listening to KGB and start listening to US 95 commercial that we're playing nonstop. If I don't hear her on that, then I don't know who it is.
If she's on Dancing with the Stars, isn't she kind of a nobody? I mean, they're like B stars.
Yeah.
You know, at best. But here with an update on her future divorce, ABC's Dave Alpert.
He's the news yeller.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yes.
You had old yeller. Now you got news, Yeller.
Okay.
Sarah Evans didn't get very specific about her decision to quit Dancing with the Stars.
I think right now I'm just in shock.
Evans announced last week she was leaving the show immediately and filing for divorce.
It's very personal. It was very traumatic, and just and it was
talking about
very
it on
hard
TV.
for my children.
Evans says she wanted to continue with the show.
As an entertainer, we just have that ability to just sort of flip the switch, turn it on, do the dance, and make it through the day. That's what I was hoping was going to happen.
Instead, Evans says something else happened.
Things drastically went downhill.
Yeah, with her husband.
100 miles an hour.
Dave Alpert, ABC News, Hollywood.
She found 100 pictures of her husband, Boner McHardon.
On his own computer.
On his own computer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you boys do that all the time, don't you?
And pictures of him having sex with other women. And this pissy little Sarah Evans.
Just so picky. And the advertising for a 3-way on Craigslist. But
now,
whatever.
here's the thing. We got talking about this the other day because I was held in disgrace for doubting that butt sex is an unnatural act.
Yeah.
And the reason I think that it is not that, the reason I don't think that is an unnatural act is because so many people do it. By its sheer popularity, just by the numbers, it can't be an unnatural act. I mean, you think of not only all the heterosexuals who do it, but all the homosexuals who do it. So many people. How can that be an unnatural act?
So it's like once you say nuclear enough times, it becomes accepted.
Well,
because there's a local newscaster who's using that every single time she's on.
We've had presidents of the United States who said it through their terms, including a president who served as a captain on a nuclear freaking submarine and didn't know how to say it.
What's that about?
I don't know.
Jimmy Carter.
I mean, who's to
It becomes
say?
accepted, even though it's not accepted at first, but after you do it enough, it's accepted.
What does unnatural mean? Maybe
Not the
that's the
norm?
problem. Well, yeah.
Because I'm thinking biblically, it means you can't. It's supposed to be for procreation, and if it's not for that purpose,
Well,
then
there's
it's
lots
unnatural.
of stuff that's not for procreation. The heck?
And that's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's the best stuff.
Unnatural, contrary to nature, abnormal, artificial, very cruel, but contrary to nature. Now, in that sense, it is contrary to nature in terms of what the colon was meant to be and used for. But then at the same time, since the beginning of nature, a certain percentage of people have engaged in that. So since it's been a part of nature,
Right.
doesn't that cancel it out being
And it is
unnatural?
in the nature of some people to go right there.
And it has been throughout history, a
Right.
certain percentage have been homosexual.
How about your listener girlfriend, Elena, who's big into the butt sex? You going to tell her that she's unnatural?
My friend Elena denies that. Didn't she go back on that?
No, she called up 3 times herself on the
brag about
10
it.
listener poll that she digs the butt sex.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm not cracking on her for liking butt sex. It's
Nice,
fine.
Dave.
Yeah,
This should have been my line.
It's semantics, David.
Yeah,
I see your point, though.
I think what they're talking about with this guy, I mean, if you have pictures of yourself fully aroused, over 100 shots on your computer, you've gone way past butt sex. There's probably little monkeys with lipstick and stuff.
At the very least, you know he puts lipstick on his hand.
Senor Wences?
Yes.
I got to try that today. What a great idea.
You're welcome.
Wow. You know what? With a little bit of draw blinky lessons, I could draw Claudia Schiffer.
The trick
I could do all
is,
kinds of stuff. I could get the Backstreet Boys.
unless you're ambidextrous, it's going to be a very sloppy drawing because you're going to have to do it with your left hand. Or the hand that you're not dominant with.
Well, I got to get busy with art school right now.
Work on it.
I had never considered that.
You just aren't creative at all.
Apparently not. No.
Well, moving right along, country singer Tim McGraw, huh?
What?
If you're looking down, you're going to be seeing the top of a girl's head. So just put a wig on your hand.
You don't even have to. You've got hands of hair anyway.
Oh.
Lucky.
Hanks of hair on the back of your hand.
Yeah, it's on my wig glue.
Where's my hand wig? I'm holding. Yeah.
I've got a mental image in my head now that I need to erase.
Or you could shave the back of your hand and pretend you're doing Kirstie Alley when she was that bald chick on Star Trek.
Yeah.
Huh? Nice. Or Sinead O'Connor.
That's your
For an
star
angry
effort.
finish, yeah.
Nice.
Very.
I'm going to have a busy afternoon.
Oh, God.
No one call. Do not disturb, please.
You won't be able to pick up the phone. It will slip out of your hand.
Baby, where's the lipstick and the Sinead O'Connor records? Busy day planned out.
Damn it. Grow up 10 minutes. Continue on. Shell. Shell.
I can't even see through my tears.
Yes, you can, honey.
Baby, where's your hair extensions? I got a Crystal Gale fixation going on right now.
I'll tell you something that made it blue. What?
It's a don't it make my brown eyes blue reference, David. A Crystal Gale big hit.
And I got your breath. Never mind.
So did you hear Tim McGraw got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
It's been a great ride for me for a long time. This summer will make 18 years that I've been on the road playing music, making my living.
Whoopee for you, buddy.
Wow, and now a star.
I already stood out there and said, I have no idea how this happened.
You paid for it.
It's been a mistake or something. Apparently, Tim McGraw has decided to start Live Like He Was Lying. Huh?
Newsman.
God, that was lame.
Newsman Christopher Glenn, familiar to many as the deep-voiced anchor of the CBS Radio World News Roundup and to millions as the voice of 5,000 episodes of the TV feature In the News.
I love Christopher Glenn.
Has died of liver cancer.
Oh!
Yeah, it aired In the News. Well, I'm trying to make Ruthie happy. Come on. I made you happy with your new idea for your fun afternoon.
Well, thanks for killing it. Put away the lipstick.
In the News aired during weekend cartoon programs, and it debuted in September of 71. It headlined one top story of the week. It aired for 13 years. He retired back in February.
And that's the World News Roundup. I'm Christopher Glenn, CBS News.
Oh, I love that.
Ah, that voice.
Here is
In the News.
Thanks. Here, the guy does it perfectly. I must do it now less good. Hi, Linda. How are you today?
I've been better.
Whoa, what's wrong?
What's wrong?
I just shot vanilla latte out of my nose in my car.
Oops.
How come?
Because I have to go buy my husband a wig.
Yeah. The little
His
wig.
hand.
Hand wig.
The little hand wig.
A hand wig. Oh my God, you guys.
Little hand wig, a Sharpie, and some lipstick. And, I am busy for the rest of the night.
So now my car is going to smell like latte all day.
Nice.
Could be worse.
True.
Thank you, Linda.
But thank you. Thank you, guys.
Emily's cracking a whip on me. I got a break.
No, sorry.
We'll come back, finish up the news, and Chainsaw Sports, and Jokes Gone Wild here on KGB and Q103.
We're racing the Miramar Speed Circuit today. Come on out and join us next week. Go to 101kgv.com. Get registered. It's brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, your place to get the good stuff.
Jokes Gone Wild still to come. Monday, details on tanks for listening. Brought to you by Honda and Mazda of Escondido. Tell you how you can win one of their brand new Mazda CX-7s. Brand new bitchin' SUV from Mazda. (888-570-1015) is a direct connector to KGB. Let's roll sports on you right now with a chainsaw here.
Come on up. Well, good morning. Thank you, David. Hello again, everybody. In the sports world. In St. Louis last night, Pujols blasted another one out.
The pitch. A swing and a drive. Deep left field. Way back. Andy Chavez at the wall. He jumps. And it's off the wall and a goner. Off the back wall, a home run.
After last night's 4-2 victory, the Cardinals lead the Mets 3-2, and Game 6 is tonight at 5:19 our time from Shea Stadium in New York, Fox Channel 6. The Chicago Cubs have a new manager, Lou Piniella, taking over a ball club that hasn't been to the World Series since 1945, nor won one since 1908. Yesterday, I sat down with Piniella for this one-on-one conversation.
We're here with Lou Piniella, the new
coach or manager, whatever you call it in baseball, of the Chicago Cubs. Lou, do you think the Cubs' lack of success over the last, 100 years is because they have crappy teams, or do you think they're cursed?
No. No. There are no curses.
Okay.
Come on. No. I mean, it makes for good copy, but there are no curses. We'll dispel these curses here in short order. Don't worry about that.
I guess the only cursors are the F words and the S words and the C words or whatever words you might have. Okay, Luke, you take care. Bye-bye. Another example why many consider this reporter to be America's premier interviewer.
That's insane. You're stupid.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Randolph.
Well,
as a performer,
that's true.
One of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, one of the kindest.
Indeed. Meanwhile, in the National
For years now, you and your loved ones have enjoyed the beautiful sounds of Mob Hits, a collection of songs celebrating the glamour and glory of organized crime. Now we're offering something the whole family will cherish. Hi, I'm Jerry Vale, introducing the latest collection of songs to enjoy the war by. It's a new CD entitled Osama, You Lousy Now you can turn the sound down on CNN and listen to these soothing sounds as the bombs drop on that chicken and his pussy followers. Look, folks, here's a guy who's worth millions and millions of dollars, and he chooses to walk around wearing a nightgown and sleeps in the desert with a bunch of men. Yes, it's time for Bin Laden to die. And we have the soundtrack to go along with it. As you listen to these songs while holding the one you love, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that not only is a stool pigeon being whacked on the east side of Chicago, but that lousy rat-ass Osama is being whacked on the east side of the Atlantic. Hurry and order Osama, You Lousy today before he's dead. Hey, Osama, you with the wrong city. In fact, you with the wrong country. Quarter, have your credit card ready and call this toll-free number now or send check or money order.
Skidball Association. Swing and a miss. Ruthie's Lakers are playing exhibition games, and last night, Ruthie's ex-boyfriend Luke Walton led the Lakers to a 96-91 loss to the Sacramento Kings.
What do you mean led him to a loss?
Walton scored 4 points with a team-high 6 assists.
Cheering on that loss, huh, Ruth?
No.
Kobe Bryant did not play. He's still recovering from endorsement removal surgery. In other sports, David.
You know how you stop off there at the truck stop and you fill up the tank and get everybody something to eat, and then you take off and you realize you left one of the kids behind, and now your family's a little bit smaller and the bills are...
Yeah.
So I took a commercial break, and when we came back, I forgot to finish the news with poor Shelley Dunn here.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, wow.
We'll save it for tomorrow.
Will it keep?
Yes, it will keep.
Do you have to put it in the news refrigerator?
I will cover it with a little foil and put it in and then we'll just reheat it tomorrow. It'll be fine.
I've always wanted to get that sealing stuff. You know, that like saran wrap that you just folded over itself and you draw your finger on it and it seals up. Has anyone tried it yet?
I haven't. Because I got a backlog of the regular stuff. And
I tried it. It works.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Shell. I didn't.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. It'll keep.
The juices and flavors will meld together, and it'll come out even better tomorrow.
Like lasagna, it's better the next day.
Yeah, you bet.
It'll be like a pudding. You get that big crack right down the middle. It'll just dry out and look terrible.
Keep a good thought.
You don't like a crack right down the middle?
Not in my pudding, David.
How about in your pie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
9:57 and 2 seconds, and this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Chainsaw. Brought to you by San Elijo Hills. Check it out today. See what they've been talking about. Amazing homes, incredible place to live. Everything's new. The town center, the schools, the park. Call 888-SAN ELIJO or visit sanelijohills.com. There's a guy named Dave Noe who works at Mosky Nissan, and his job is to order the cars from the factory so that when you go out to check them out there at the showroom, there they are. He's the middleman between the factory and when you come on out and see these brand new cars. And he told the factory, send us a bunch of those 2006s. And they said, don't you want the 7s? He said, we'll be in touch with you on those, but load us up with 2006s because we're going to put great deals on them, and our customers are going to love me for it. So why don't you get on out there and help prove this guy right? Every one of them has been hit with a Save Dave red tag. Those are the cars, like the Altimas. They've got over 100 of those. Those are the cars with the extra incentive price on them. Mossy Nissan, with 6 stores, you're never going to find yourself looking for that red Altima and have to settle for a yellow Sentra. You get the car you want, in the color that you want, with the options that you want, because they've got more Nissans than anyone else. They've got 6 stores. Mossy Nissan, Poway, National City, Kearney Mesa, Oceanside, Escondido, and El Cajon. All right, we're going to do Jokes Gone Wild in just a second here on the KGB. A joke which the FCC has told us, don't you dare. If you play that joke, we will turn this radio station around. Remember, if you're listening on the radio, you're going to hear censoring. But if you listen on the computer, you get it in the raw. Details next. Jokes Gone Wild, 101, KGB, and Q103.
To help Super Lotto Plus players imagine what a buck could do, the California Lottery presents the peaceful sounds of a Hawaiian waterfall. Yep, it's just one of the millions of things you could experience with your millions, so buy a ticket. Then watch the drawing on Wednesdays and Saturdays and you could win millions of dollars. Super Lotto Plus. Imagine what a buck could do. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 or older to play. Jackpots paid in 26 annual payments.
Brought to you by Honda and Mazda of Escondido.
Yep, they're the ones hooking us up with a brand new Mazda to give away. We'll be talking about that on Monday. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
The Mazda CX-7. You should go to Mazda of Escondido. Click on the, I think it says inventory, vehicles. You can see all the new cars they've got there. And I love that website because you can get on there and you can find out the exact car. They'll list all the options and everything that it has on it and the price. So you know if the car you're looking for is waiting for you right there. It's very concise, very accurate. Honda and Mazda of Escondido, and they are our sponsor of Jokes Gone Wild, which is how we have figured out how to play these jokes. Jokes of the day that the FCC said never play again. Now we're going to censor the hell out of this thing.
Oh, really?
On the radio.
Oh, okay.
Not on the internet. If you're listening on the internet, you're going to get the director's cut. And if you are away from a computer right now, but you want to hear it later on, just go to 101kgb.com and you can download it and hear it in the raw. But remember, if you listen to it that way,
you can't unhear it.
Please tell me about the joke. Gotta hear the joke of the day. Want to really know the joke right now.
Melvin the drunk walked into a bar.
Hey, bartender, give me something tall, ice cold, filled with scotch.
The bartender scribbled a phone number on a napkin and gave it to him.
Hey, what the hell is this? My wife's phone number.
Fellas got to talking about what's been happening in their lives since they last saw each other.
Yo, Melvin, how's Myrtle and the kids? Myrtle? Yeah, so? I forgot the question. How's Myrtle? Oh, we've been divorced 3 years now. Oh, gee whiz, that's really too bad. Oh, yeah? Huh? Would you stay married to someone who was never faithful to you? Someone who never took a bath or made a sarcastic, vile remarks about your appearance? And to top it all off, smelled like a skunk rolled in dung laying in a of a gas station men's room? Well, would you? No, I guess I wouldn't. Well, neither would she.
So Melvin the drunk spent the next several hours marinating his liver with shots of wild turkey, stopping only for the occasional ripe pickled eggs.
That's going to be a good one.
Then, approximately 15 drinks later, he rose and announced his intentions for all the patrons to hear.
Hey, I got a...
And isn't it always pleasant?
God.
A pleasant moment in your day when a friend informs you of their moment-to-moment plans.
Mm-hmm.
But a few minutes later, a horrible scream was heard from the men's room.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118
The patrons all stopped and looked in the direction of the men's room. With no further commotion, they returned to their cordials and conversations. And then... Zeke, the bartender, yelled out,
Hey, Melvin! You okay in there?
Melvin called back, his voice distressed, betraying his anguish.
I don't know what's wrong. Every time I flush the toilet, my crushed. Oh, I'm going to try it just one more time.
Well, for God's sakes, Melvin, you stupid idiot! Get off the mop bucket already!
Melvin decided to call it a night. He staggered from the men's room, his shirt untucked, fly wide open. Oh, God, he was a mess. As he stumbled out into the night, he fumbled through his pocket for his keys and then began his drunken search for his car. Luckily for all of us, old Melvin was just too cocked to find his automobile. As he floundered and bumbled his way down one street and up the other, he encountered an officer of the law making his rounds for the night.
All right, fella, what seems to be the trouble here?
Old Melvin held up his car key and slurred.
The last time I saw my car, it was on the end of this key.
The officer shook his head in disbelief at the spectacle before him.
Jeez, you're a mess. Why, look at that.
The officer had observed that Melvin had left the men's room with his hanging out of his pants.
Oh, no.
Oh my God. Officer.
Kind of a threefer in there for you, wasn't it?
Right.
All right. If you didn't hear that in its entirety, you heard the beeps and the bleeps. You got to go to 101kgb.com and download it. While you're there, check out Chris Boyer's racing page. Go go-karting with him. He's going out there today, just like he does every Wednesday. Check out the free Thursday golf page. We will take the sticks out tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we're going to Sequan. How much does it cost to play golf out there?
How much?
I don't know. Don't ask me. We don't pay. That's where you sign up for free Thursday golf. Brought to you by Aldila, maker of the hottest shafts in golf. Check out aldila.com. Today's show on the KGB brought to you by San Diego Door and Window, the Escondido Cycle Center, Union Bank of California, NBC, Geico, Escondido Cycle, California State Lottery, North County Yamaha, Trophies, BMW, and your Western Lexus dealers. Thank you. I didn't do any sin healing today.
Oh, no.
Well, we got so busy with your stupid.
Yeah.
And some great, great stories on your stupid.
And that's cathartic. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but they twist like a knife in the heart. The winner of your stupid today, guy in Vegas at the bar, 3 hot Australian visitors, chicks, make friends with them. They get drunk together. And they said, come on back to our hotel room. And he said, no, I'm going to stay here and drink. Stupid. You can hear that and all our stupid listeners tonight at 7 o'clock on the replay. Hear about Truth or Dare with a nail gun.
Oh, God.
That was good. Hear about the lady who didn't understand the properties of an electric window.
My head.
But next, you got Cindy Pace here on KGB San Diego. You got Jeff Gonzer on KTNQ Temecula. Either way, you score. And we're back with you tomorrow morning. Love your show.
Another Sequan Blue Chip keyword.
Medical. MEDICAL. Medical.
Not a Blue Chip member? Then sign up now at 101kgb.com. Your next chance to score points happens at 1 from 101.5 KGB, San Diego's classic rock.
Let me get back.
San Diego's classic rock.
101.5
KGB. KGB.
Howie Long here for Chevy Truck Month. Ready for some bonus cash? Then let's meet the team. First up, dependable Silverado Classic and Colorado. Next, the 07 Tahoe, Suburban, Avalanche, and Trailblazer. They can get 20 or more EPA estimated highway miles per gallon. And all these 07s are backed by the GM Powertrain Limited Warranty for 100,000 miles or 5 years, whichever comes first. See dealer for details.
The 2006 Silverado half-tons were J.D. Power and Associates' highest-ranked large pickup in initial quality. And now during Truck Month, get bonus cash on all 2007 Chevy Silverado Classic half-ton models. For J.D. Power and Associates award information, visit www.jdpower.com. Residency restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Take delivery by 10/31/06.
Get in the game during Chevy Truck Month.
See your San Diego County Chevy dealer or visit us online at sdchevydealers.com.
When you go into Bevmo to buy wine, you know you're going to get the wines you want at prices that are really affordable.
Well, a lot of times they will have a 5-cent sale going on.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
5-cent sale is buy one bottle of wine, get another bottle of the same wine for 5 cents.
I buy a lot of wine there.
But we always need a shopping cart.
I think my husband came home with like 2 cases of wine or something.
Maybe 3 or 4 even.
It's a good time to be able to try out different bottles of wine.
Well, I certainly wish the 5-cent sale were available all year.
All good things must come to an end, I guess.
I'm sad to see the 5-cent sale go, but I know that next time they have it is a good time to stock up.
Oh, it's sad when it's over. There's still some wine left.
I'm Graham.
I'm Frank.
I'm Melanie, and I shop at Beverages and More.
The 5-cent wine sale is almost over. It's your last chance to find great wines like Trinchero Chardonnay, just $11.99. Club Bev and Eos Cabernet, just $13.99. Club Bev, buy one bottle, get the second one for 5 cents. Go to bevmo.com to find a store near you.
It's this Saturday, San Diego's House of Motorcycles 2006 Off-Road Expo, with all ATVs and dirt bikes slashed in price, with the same prices at North County's House of Motorcycles. Every 05 Honda TRX 450, MSRP $64.99. We're blowing them out at $49.99 for one day only. Similar savings on all Suzuki, Kawasaki, and Yamaha dirt bikes and ATVs. Plus, at the house, free food, free price drawings all day long, and all parts and accessories at least 20% off. This Saturday only at San Diego's House of Motorcycles on El Cajon Boulevard, 1 mile east of I-15, and North County's House of Motorcycles next to Costco and Vista.
Here are the facts.
More classic rock with less minutes of commercials each and every hour. Guaranteed.
It's what you want.
101.5 KGB.
Turn it up.
Singing songs about the South.
by the record machine. I knew he must have been about 17. Strong, playing my favorite song, and I could tell it wouldn't be long that he was with me, yeah, me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long that he was with me, yeah, me. Singing, I love rock and roll, smoking up the time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll, smoking time and dance with me. Ow! Smiled so I got up and asked for his name. That don't matter, he said, 'cause it's all the same. So can I take you home where we can be alone? And next we were moving on. He was with me, yeah, me. Next we were moving on. He was with me, yeah, me. Singing, I love rock and roll, smoking up the time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll, smoking time and dance with me. Ow! Take you home where we can be alone. Next we're moving on. He was with me, yeah, me. And we'll be moving on and singing that same old song, yeah, with me. Singing, I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So take time and dance with me.
101.5 KGB. I love it too. It's rock and roll, San Diego's only classic rock on KGB. This is Cindy Pace. Played Sweet Home Alabama back there too from Leonard Skinner. Just got my email from them about their Gimme 3 Days cruise. Only 80 days away. They're going to sail for the Bahamas. And they want you to come too with Leonard Skinner and a dozen other great bands on the trip of a lifetime. Gimme 3 days. Welcoming people from all over the world to join them for a voyage to celebrate great music and meet new friends. I guess Travelocity will hook you up with that. When's the last time you checked the Blue Chip page on 101kgb.com? Just had another keyword worth 250 points a few minutes ago. If you're a member, you can collect your points and get free stuff like a prize package from Time Warner Cable and Showtime, including a Huffy bike, backpack, chairs, and more. Aerosmith with Motley Crue, Coors Amphitheater, Thursday, November 9th. All you got to do is sign up by clicking on the big blue chip and get the perks for listening at work from Sequan Resort and Casino and 101.5, the KGB.
It's so true. Mossy makes it happen just for you. Mossy Toyota makes it happen for you. It's so true. Mossy makes it happen just for you. Mossy makes it happen. Dreams come true. Mossy Toyota makes it happen for you.
Don't wait. Come to Mossy Toyota on Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach. It's one of the best live rock shows you will ever see. The Australian Pink Floyd Show. The spellbinding live concert phenomenon seen by 500,000 people worldwide. Back in the USA by popular demand. Friday, October 27th at the Civic Theater. Tickets on sale at the box office. All Ticketmaster outlets. Online at Ticketmaster.com or charge by phone. Visit the official website at AussieFloyd.com.
We're back, and we're taking calls about inventory manager David Noe. Should he stay or go? Talk to me.
I think Mossy Nissan should let him stay. Noe didn't mean to order all those 2006 Nissans. It was a clerical error.
Clerical schmerical. Next.
Hi, I just saved a bundle on a new Altima at Mossy Nissan. I say Dave stays.
Isn't that special? Talk to me.
I think David Noe's the best inventory manager Mossy Nissan's ever had.
Wait, hold on. Time out. David Noe, is that you?
Yeah.
Mossy Nissan. Mossy Nissan.
Help save David Noe's job at Mossy Nissan Save Dave Overstock event. Just announced $3,800 in net savings on over 100 new 06 Nissan Altimas. Just look for the red Save Dave tags for the biggest net savings ever. It's the Save Dave Overstock event going on now at all 6 Mossy Nissan locations. $1,050 Mossy discount from MSRP plus $1,750 manufacturer's rebate and $1,000 Nissan special customer cash. Net savings on specially marked Altimas. Offer ends 10/31/06.
Please don't make me decorate this weekend.
Fine. No decorating this weekend.
Really?
Sure. Monday will be just fine.
Oh, man. I knew it.
It's the October Savings Event at Sherwin-Williams. This Thursday through Monday, save 25% on paints and stains and 15% on Duration Premium Coatings. Save an extra 10% on custom order wallpaper and get free shipping, too. Hurry, sale ends Monday, October 23rd.
Ask Sherwin-Williams.
For locations, visit sherwinwilliams.com. Some exclusions apply.
The Audi A4 2.0T. No other luxury car in its class is more fuel efficient. Up to 32 highway miles per gallon. Incredibly efficient. Like this commercial. It's over, leaving you to enjoy your drive. Oh, you're still here? One tank goes a long, long way. The turbocharged Audi A4. No other luxury car in its class is more fuel efficient. 2007 upscale sedan, EPA highway MPG ranking. EPA estimates your mileage may vary.
Now through January 2nd, 2007, lease a new 2007 Audi A4 2.0T for $359 a month for 24 months, 15,000 miles per year with $3,308 due at signing. Taxes, title, and dealer fees extra. For details, call 1-800-FOR-AUDI or visit sdaudidealers.com.
Bunch of good music coming up, including ELO and Bob Seger and a deep cut from Ozzy Osbourne. This is Deep Purple on 101.5 KGB.
101.5 KGB, San Diego's classic rock.
On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out his one-note song. You can think